how excited he was and says, I fell in love with him when I was up in Eugene and all that. And kind of that was Sean's side of things, right? We really haven't heard Bo's side of things of how those meetings went up in Oregon. And here's what Bo told Pat about his draft meeting with Sean Payton.
Well, I loved our visit. When he came out to Eugene, we were able to sit down and, really go through a couple hour long meeting, talking football with him and Davis, my quarterback coach now. And, we just literally went through an install, and we talked a lot about football, where it originated, how he got it. And we watched some video along with it, watched some of my stuff, how it compared. And I always knew we had a just similar background, similar style. He likes the quick game. He likes the shots. And obviously I love throwing the football. So for me, it was, it was all about going to a place to be with a coach that, in my opinion, had so much knowledge and so much experience that I could learn from. And that's exactly what I got with Coach. And then I think underrated is Davis Webb, my quarterback coach. He's always prepared me extremely well, especially from the get-go. He played the position and, know what it's like to walk into a game. And so he prepares me on a very good level, and we're always, ready for the task at hand.
I mean, a lot to take in there, but I think the biggest takeaway for me was he was excited to go to a coach with so much experience, because I think if you're a quarterback in this league, you have a path that gets a lot easier with a head coach that knows what the heck he's doing. And I think if you're Bo Nix looking at that draft board going, yeah, maybe I'm going to fall to 12 and maybe I'm going to be the 6th QB, but I get to go work with a guy who dealt with maybe the best quarterback in the NFL in Drew Brees. Not GOAT, obviously, but statistically, he's up there. Yep. I think that Bo Nix nailed it there of like, yeah, Sean needed to be impressed with Bo, but I think if you're Bo, you're thinking, this is a job interview of a lifetime. I've got to knock this guy's socks off to make sure he selects me.
And the one thing that VJ in his interview, guys, and if you didn't listen to Vance Joseph's interview yesterday, go back to our podcast and listen to it, because it's well said by VJ, the defensive coordinator. But one thing that VJ said about Sean is he knows how to paint a picture. He knows how to pitch a vision to not just the players, but the coaching staff as well. So I can't imagine if that's the case, which I know it is because I've talked to many players that played for Sean. I can't imagine the picture and the vision that he pitched to Bo Nix while he was in Eugene with that quarterback situation of throwing it back and forth for Troy Franklin of like, hey, look, this is what you can look like. You can look just like Drew Brees, but even better because you're more athletic than him. Give me time to develop you. Give me time to kind of groom you the right way, and I tell you that you will be top 4, top 5, like he told the world at some point in your career. So for Bo, that makes you feel good as a player when a coach has a vision for you, when a coach really wants you, and you're sitting there saying, wow, like he wants me. He's going to do what it takes to get me to the promised land. He's going to put good people around me. I trust him. And the best thing that happened to Bo Nix is that he did get with Sean Payton. And Sean Payton is taking his time with Bo, and he is trusting Bo, and Bo is trusting Sean.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, too, that if you're Bo Nix, obviously you'd love to be a top 10 pick or whatever, but there's other guys in this league that have gone in the top 10 and they've been busts because they go to coaching staffs that are a mess. And I heard you and Zach talking about it yesterday. The Broncos had that top 5 pick and they took Bradley Chubb instead of Josh Allen. But if Josh Allen had come to Denver under that regime, would he be the Josh Allen we know now? I'm not so sure. What do you think?
I mean, for me, we'll never know. But you would hope that Elway, who was the general manager at the time, would bring in a quarterback coach that can develop Josh Allen, that can hang in there with Josh Allen. So even with Sean is doing something that he hasn't done before, taking a rookie or taking a rookie quarterback out of the draft and developing him. But also bringing on someone like Davis Webb, who everybody speaks highly of in that building that say that, hey, he possibly could be a head coach at some point. Well, it starts with you being a quarterback's coach, then maybe an offensive coordinator, then you work your way up as a head coach. So for Davis Webb, he's a guy that can go to Bo, relate to Bo, because one, he's younger, and two, he has played that position and knows kind of what to do. And so it's just a perfect match right now with Sean, with Davis Webb, and Bo Nix listening to both of them.
And there was that report from ESPN just in the last couple of days that Davis Webb is going to be a head coaching candidate this cycle. Do you think he can make the leap from QB coach to head coach?
No, look, pump the brakes on that.
Okay.
Davis Webb, there's been a lot of chatter. Davis Webb, all right, he had his opportunity in a preseason game, just one game, to call some plays. Now, he did well with that opportunity, but that's not enough. That's not a big enough sample size to sit here and say, hey, you're going to be a head coach of an NFL team and take them to the promised land, take them to a Super Bowl. Like, let's start with being an offensive coordinator and work your way up the ranks. That's how it should be done. So Davis Webb, do I think that he's going to become one sometime in this league? I do. I think that he is a very smart coach. He was a smart player, and it will work out for him, but he just needs to take the time and do it the right way. And now this next coaching carousel coming up,
hiring cycle, yeah.
It's not his time.
Probably not. I mean, that would be a massive leap to go from QB coach to head coach. And if he got a head coaching job and Vance Joseph didn't, I think VJ would be looking around going, why is this guy skipping steps when I've got the best defense in the NFL?
Well, Will, I think all of us would be saying the exact same thing, because the reason why we're 9-2, it's not because of the offense. It's because of that damn defense. So why shouldn't VJ get that opportunity? If someone like Davis Webb, who has not proven himself yet, gets a head coaching job, that's going to be wrong. That would be wrong. That he gets the opportunity and VJ doesn't.
Okay, and speaking of that defense, Bo Nix on the Pat McAfee show today was asked just how good this Broncos defense is.
It definitely, starts with a defense. In this league, you got to be able to stop people, and it comes down to the end so many times to where we just feel comfortable with our defense that they're going to go out there and get a stop no matter what happens. They rush the passer at a all-time effective way, and they do a great job downfield covering guys and make open field tackles, a lot of erasers on that defense. So we know at all times you're going to have to stop people. And if you can stop people, that's the name of the game.
And I mean, he's right to praise the defense, because let's be honest, Phil, if this Broncos defense was middle of the road, they're 9-2 right now, what would their record be?
It's not 9-2. My guessing is
5-6.
Yeah, 5-6. Maybe they squeak one out.
6-5.
Yeah, let's go 6-5.
Okay, but then we're doing that whole: are you in the hunt? Are you the 7 seed? Right? We're not talking about the number 1 seed.
It makes our jobs harder. Like right now, we're having fun. We're 9-2. Everything's out in front of us. We have a chance to go to a Super Bowl now. We have to win, of course, but it's fun talking about it. Why is that? We're winning. Why is that? Because of the defense.
And why is Bo Nix on the Pat McAfee show? Probably because of the defense. Like, I'm not trying to take shots at Bo, but Bo's probably not getting this platform today unless the Broncos are the talk of the NFL, right?
No doubt, Will. And I will say this. The football is the ultimate team sport. So, like, you help each other out. This defense loves Bo Nix. VJ said that yesterday. Bo Nix can do no wrong. Bo Nix comes up big when it matters the most. That's something that a lot of quarterbacks don't have, that clutch gene. So we're glad to have that. And for Bo, he knows he needs to be better. He knows he needs to be more consistent, and that will come. It's just experience. But for Bo, he understands why he's there, and the defense understands why he's there, but they don't care because we're winning, and that's all that matters.
And also,